Hey everybody, it's Alex Youngblood. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to find, use, and target the hottest list when it comes to finding discounted real estate properties in your market. Take a look. I'm at my county courthouse. This is where a lot of great information is stored, and I'm going to show you how you can use the tax delinquent list in your market today to find the hottest real estate discounted properties. Let's go. All right, guys, welcome back. I'm Alex Youngblood, and today I'm going to show you how to find, use, and target the tax delinquent real estate list in your market. So the first thing that you need to do is you need to become aware of your local county courthouse, your local county district, city hall, things like that. That is where all the information for any kind of delinquent type of property records are stored. So it's really important to understand that. Guys, there's a wealth of information when it comes to your county courthouse and the information that is there. We're talking tax delinquent, we're talking code violation, we are talking all kinds of transfers, probate, all those kinds of things that lead to discounted real estate transactions. So you owe it to yourself to find your county courthouse and understand where it is and how to access records and data. Now, good news is you will most likely not have to go directly to your courthouse. You'll be able to find this information online. So when we are talking about tax delinquent property, this is what we are talking about. We're talking about properties that have been delinquent on taxes for the last 2 years. Really important when it comes to understanding that. And here's why. Most people will let their taxes roll for a year or maybe 6 months, a year, because they know the city is not going to take that property back right away. Usually it takes quite a bit of time for the city to get their act together to take a property back in a tax foreclosure auction. Just because there's a lot that goes into it, they don't want to take the property back. They just want the taxes. So it's really important to note that you want to target the properties that are 2 years delinquent or more. That is where you're going to find the best type of real estate deals. And even at that point, the sellers might not be ready to sell because the pressure, the heat has not been turned up on them for whatever reason. But 2 years or more is where you want to target. So how do you go about getting this type of list? Well, what you need to do is you usually need to find the commissioner of the revenue for your area. And they are going to be the ones that collect the city taxes. They're going to be the ones that are responsible for sending out the bills that the taxes, for the notifications for the bills so that people can pay their taxes. They have all this information. They have all this data when it comes to collecting tax info. So what you need to do is you need to find that office and you need to ask them if they have a list of tax delinquent properties that are in the county. And most of the time you will be able to get it just by doing that. However, here is something that is very important. They may not give you the information. They may be looking for you to use a 4-letter word. And I'm going to give you this 4-letter word and why you need to understand it. It's not a 4-letter word like you're thinking. It's a 4-letter word that's an abbreviation that stands for Freedom of Information Act. FOIA is what it goes by. FOIA, 4 letters. Freedom of Information Act. And why is this important? This is important because you can use this at any time to get the information that you are requesting, and they have to give it to you. By law, they have to give you the information. Now, they may make you jump through some hoops. They may make you fill out some kind of a form or some kind of documentation stating what your request is, but they must absolutely give you the information if it falls within the FOIA guidelines. So really, really important when it comes to understanding that. So what are some things that you can find with FOIA? You can find the tax delinquent information. You can find property utility bills that are behind. There's all kinds of things that you can find, but you must use FOIA in order to do that. Now, the county or the city is going to have a person that is over that department, the FOIA department. And usually it's some kind of a lawyer, or could even be an attorney general or something along those lines. And if you ask for them, they'll be able to direct you in the right way. In New Jersey and some of the northern states, it's called OPRA, which is referred to, not Oprah Winfrey, but OPRA stands for Open Public Records Act. And that's how you get access to that information that way. But FOIA tends to be the typical direction of where you're going to need to go to get this kind of information. So that is really important when it comes to understanding your tax delinquent records and also other different types of records from the city. So remember the 4-letter abbreviation, FOIA, F-O-I-A. All right, guys, it's Alex Youngblood. I just got back here to my own house, and I wanted to talk to you a little bit further about the tax delinquent list and the best way to go about using it. If you use FOIA, the Freedom of Information Act, you should be able to get access to the tax delinquent records. They may send them to you in some kind of a Excel format or even a PDF format. But even if that's the case, you may have to do a little bit of formatting in order to get it in a way that you can use it to use the data to start targeting it. So this is the first thing that you are going to do once you get this list in your possession. You're going to take the data and then you are going to get it into some kind of an Excel format. And then when you do that, you are going to be able to have that data to where you can sort it and look for the properties that are the most delinquent. So they have the most owed on these properties. Chances are this is going to be way past 2 years. And these are going to be the properties that most investors are not even looking at because they're not able to get a hold of anybody because of the type of list that we are talking about. So a lot of people give up at this point because there's somebody that's passed away. They can't get in touch with the original owner. And it's just really difficult. So you can use skip tracing and things like that to try to find these owners and try to find them. But chances are you're going to have to talk to the relatives or the neighbors in order to try to drill down on who actually owns this particular property. Another thing that you can do once you get this list is find out who is vacant, the properties that are vacant as well as tax delinquent. So if you find the properties that are vacant as well as tax delinquent, you are going to be able to really hone in on the properties that have the most neglect. People aren't paying taxes and they are vacant. It's a great roadmap, if you will, to the most neglected cities, properties in your city. So if you do this correctly, you could take the list of tax delinquent properties, find out which ones are vacant, and then plat it on a map like a Google Maps, and then you'll be able to see which properties in your city and county are the most neglected. And that is a way to get deals and discounted deals on properties because most people are not going to go through the work to do this. A lot of competitors right now, a lot of the big investors in the area, what they are doing is they are plastering areas with marketing. They might be hitting them with texting. They might be hitting them with Google PPC. They might be doing direct mail, cold calling, and they are completely overlooking this side of motivated real estate data. So this is a great way for you guys to get a leg up on your competitors when it comes to the tax delinquent list. So you definitely want to be able to get this list, acquire it, sort it, use it, and then start targeting the people on that list. Start calling people, start texting people, start getting in touch with people. If you got to get in touch with the neighbors, get in touch with the neighbors, and you will be able to have a unlimited source of real estate that is going to be sold at a discount. It's just the way it works. So what do you do if you're not able to get your tax delinquent list? You're like, well, Alex, this sounds great. This sounds like a great opportunity, but I just can't get the list. I just can't get the FOIA officer. They won't send it to me. Well, I've got good news for you. I've got a property data service. It's called REI Flip Data, reiflipdata.com, that can actually get you the list of your tax delinquent properties in your county. And you can start off right away by doing the same exact thing on your own properties in your own county. That's reiflipdata.com. Check that out. So guys, if you like this video, I need you to go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. I also need you to give it a like. I need you to comment, and I need you to share it. I like doing these videos for you guys, and if you want to know about something, drop it in the comments. Let me know where you're stuck. Let me know where you want to see a video, and I'll be glad to do that for you. Remember, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video.